Two guys on slump, weekly grind. Slum master, rust factor, flashy P. Voices echo through the void every week, same old scene. Lights to noise stays grind. Endless chatter fills the night. Slum master spins the wheel, rust factor's eyes cry in sight. Tune and dial it up every week, same old talk. Two guys stuck in a slot, no escape from this rock. Flashy P brings the odd, decorum shattered beat by beat. Silver tongues twist and turn, stories told with worn out heat. Airways hum with tired breath, slot master spin just a jest. No one knows where it ends, and the cycle, no contest. Tune and dial it up every week, same old talk. Two guys stuck in a slot, no escape from this rock.
I had about enough of that one. That was I apologize. We had,
It's all right, Rust Factor.
Raven.
that's for the song. Yeah. Everything we do to set up the show on my end changed, and I didn't know until I got here, like 5 minutes before the show.
Hey, it seems to be working now. That's all that matters. Welcome, everybody. Episode 8, Three Guys, One Pod with Slot Master. That is Mua, and 1,122 miles away is my old pal Rust Factor. Hello, Rust Factor. How goes it?
Hanging in there.
Good deal. And about 1,622 miles straight up north, if you look outside, you can almost see Russia. It's Fleshy P.
What up?
Hey, to add on to all of it, I noticed another mistake, is I did type the old name of the show for the song this week. Two guys, one slot. I included all of our names. But I had an outtake, too. You know what happens when you go to create our song each week, but you're accidentally in the custom lyrics tab? But you're not planning on that? You know what happens?
I do. Yeah.
It makes a little song like this. Like this right here.
Rock song about a weekly podcast called Two Guys, One Slot, hosted by Slot Master, Rust Factor, and Fleshy P. Create a monotone indie rock song about a weekly podcast called Two Guys, One Slot.
I should have just went with this one.
Rust Factor, and Fleshy P. Create a monotone indie rock song about a weekly podcast called Two Guys, One Slot, hosted by Slot Master.
Yeah, I would have gone with that one. That was much gooder. So we, like I said, episode 8. Anything happen over the last, since we last had a podcast?
No, man, I was browsing the news. It's been a pretty slow news week.
Fairly slow news week.
Something did happen.
I'm having a very hard time. I know that's
functioning.
I'm having a very hard time staying off of X.
Me too.
/ Twitter, whatever you prefer to call it. And Rust Factor and I were on the same wavelength yesterday morning. I probably, 10 years maybe? I don't know, if ever. It was the first time I just Googled The View.
Yeah.
To see what those hens were up to.
Had to see how they were handling the day.
The election went through, and half of the people are pissed and half of the people are triumphant.
Well, more than half of the people.
Well, yeah, 60%, 58% are happy. I didn't realize that it had that big of an impact on people's lives.
Yeah. Outside of it being a thing, my day was just any other day.
Fleshy P, was it? Big news in Canada? What
I was going to say, I'm your northern neighbor in a different country, and it affected the shit out of all of us up here.
Really?
Crazy. It's crazy. It's big news. It's the biggest news up here.
I didn't see what's going on.
Big.
Bigly. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, whichever way you vote, it doesn't really have that big of a impact on my life, per se. I guess I'm, I don't know. I'm different. I don't know. The people that are on Twitter that are crying and flipping their shit is quite possibly the funniest thing that I've ever seen, ever.
Oh my God.
And
I spend all my downtime watching those videos.
That's all I've done too. It's crazy. It's interesting to see. There's so many conspiracy theories going around. My favorite is, where did the 20 million people from 2020 go?
Where'd they go? They must have been busy that day.
I must have decided to sit out. My second favorite thing is the. Are you going to participate in the 4B movement, Russ Factor?
What's that?
Well, it started in Seoul, South Korea in 2019. The B's are 4 things in Korean, I believe. But it doesn't translate to B's in English, so I don't know why the girls in America are calling it the 4B movement. But it's no sex, no marriage, no childbirth, and
no dating men.
No dating men.
Yeah,
He's I got all those covered.
Yeah, I saw some lady go,
I got 3 of those covered.
if you want to vote that way, then men don't deserve to touch women for the next 4 years. I hope you thought that through, men.
When I was at the voting tab or voting booth, I wasn't going, God, if I vote for this guy, I'm not gonna be able to bone for 4 years. But if I vote for this lady, what's gonna happen?
Bone Central.
It's gonna be the bone zone.
That's gonna be the sex talk. Tell me who you voted for. Was it Kamala?
Was it Kamala?
Kamala from China.
From China. I'm just excited for 4 years of memes that we're gonna get to see, and I mean, legit. Yesterday, the night before, I could not stop scrolling Twitter. And my wife and I was like editing videos and doing some work, and we stayed up just like to watch shit. And we were flipping back between MSNBC and Fox News, and it was equally as crazy shit said, but on either side.
Yeah. Yeah. MSNBC was one of the first ones that came to grips, though. And pretty much was like, okay, yeah, it's that. But what was funny is CNN, after he got on stage and talked and declared victory, they went back to them. And who's that more nourished Anderson Cooper looking dude on there? You know who I'm talking about? The other silver top on CNN that doesn't look all frail like Anderson Cooper.
The other silver fox, I don't know.
Yeah. They were still sitting there when it was like Nevada and Arizona, and they were like deep in it talking about, I mean, it's still going. You still got these battleground states. And everyone's like, what are you talking about? This is over. What are you guys doing? Go to break.
I went back on Twitter to see the reaction of folks 4 years ago. I was like searching. You could search like reactions when Biden won. I guess it was a little different because they kind of marched on Washington, but there weren't too many folks like bawling, crying. There weren't any folks or chicks that were going to not put out for 4 years. I couldn't find much of that. Yeah.
Classic.
My favorite meme of that girl now is the one where they superimposed Mark Cuban's face on that one. That's my new favorite meme. That's some good ones. You know, like I said, it doesn't really have a huge impact on my life either way. With either of the people that were, I mean, the government's too big. We just pay our taxes and we go on about our way.
Yeah.
I mean, taxes are the biggest scam on earth. I mean, that's another thing you pay taxes on the money you make.
Yeah.
And then you pay taxes on the things you buy.
Yeah.
And then you pay taxes again on the things you own.
And then think about the layers as if like you pay taxes on money and then you give me like fucking $8,000. I'm supposed to pay taxes on that. Like double dipping here. And the same amount. Taxes are crazy, man. Like I don't know. I just want my eggs to be cheaper. I mean, my milk. The eggs aren't that bad. We always get free eggs from the grocery store.
You're not going to get any milk from the tap anymore, Russ.
No
Factor,
milk from the tap
for 4 years. Oh, God.
I can't wait for the comments on this tomorrow on the podcast.
I can't. It's just weird. I don't know. I think that, I don't know. Like I say, it's just days ahead are going to be fine. The sun's going to come up, we hope.
My favorite tweet was from Elon the next day when he said, "It's morning again in America."
Right.
The sun came up.
The sun did come up.
I guess for anybody that wants to go celebrity sighting, now you go to the airport.
Mm-hmm. And then
Yeah.
soon, just you got to go to Canada to see them. I had the list on there the other day.
I am a huge fan of U2. And I do know that Bono is a man of his word.
Oh,
and,
no, that car is going...
He proclaimed he was going to drive off a cliff.
Oh, no.
Rob Reiner said he was going to torch himself. Cher said she was going to do some things that we can't talk about. Weird. I don't.
I
get
blame
that.
Biden for this. I love
Why?
Cher. He's taken Cher from me. Now I got to make a TikTok video of myself screaming in the shower.
Do you believe?
I think the funniest thing I see, you all know who Maya Rudolph is from Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
I do.
Well, she dressed up as Kamala and she called him Ja Biden.
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
So all day I've been calling Joe Biden Ja Biden.
See,
Joe Biden.
that part was fucking funny to me, though. That she was a surprise guest on there and that totally, wasn't something they were supposed to do. And how Lorne Michaels was literally interviewed at the beginning of this season and said, "No, you won't see other candidate on here because of all that." And then the complaint got filed, so she got her little 2.5 minutes on fucking Saturday Night Live. And what did he get? A free 90-second ad during football.
No, he got
during
to
a game.
No, he got to go on and talk for 90 seconds on NASCAR.
Oh, NASCAR. Sorry, it was NASCAR. And yeah, I mean totally free. I was like, well, I think
One
only
awesome
4
thing though, I
million
gotta
people watch
say,
Saturday Night Live this day. And think if they would have promoted it though, there would have been like fucking 8 million, 9 million people watching Saturday Night fucking Live for the first time in years.
since the 70s.
Nobody watches that show.
My thing about Saturday Night Live is I don't know if you've sat through at least one Saturday Night Live bit in the last 20 years, is they don't know how to end. Like they're the weirdest fucking things. They just at some point after, like, okay, God, this bit's gone on for 6. They just end. It's like there's no punchline, there's no payoff. They just fucking end.
Yeah, that show sucks. That show sucks. The other thing that I was watching the other night that, and I pray that you were hoping at watching it. Fleshy P was when NG Slots hit that $330,000 on that the dumbest game in the casino. Did you see that?
I was there. I watched it. It was it was epic.
Damn, even after taxes, that's a good chunk of change.
My favorite was because he always tries to be so polite. He says "holy shoot" all the time, and when he hit that,
guys.
it just
Holy shoot,
jumped.
guys.
Holy shit!
Yeah, he goes, holy
Very
shit,
powerful.
guys. Very powerful. Holy shit, guys.
Wow, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That was a massive, guys.
$1,800 spins, and he got a mansion bonus on with the golden saw. And I went back and like watched it again, like rewound it during like the live, and it wasn't that great of a bonus. I mean, it could have been. I mean, I've always coulda, woulda, shoulda. That's obviously a huge bonus, but I thought it was going to be like $600,000 or $700,000 when I first saw.
Wow.
But
I think he did too, and that was the thing. It wasn't a great bonus, but that bet and what he got. I think the thing for him though was the amount of money he didn't have to put into it at that.
Right.
He was expecting, I think, to blow about 120,000. I think he was saying.
Right.
And when he started playing just at the smaller bets, I mean, he was up 30 grand already.
That machine, when I've watched it, and we played it a little bit with Bubba. I've played it a little bit, but I can't stand any of the Huff and Puffs. Never get a bonus. And that dude got so many bonuses within that, 10 minutes that he was playing prior to the huge bonus.
That's crazy.
It was powerful.
Wow. It was very powerful. Very powerful. What was the guy that was behind him that Mr. Mike was there? I'm trying to think. What's the other guy? I can't think of the guy's just completely.
I can't think. Is he the
guy?
Yeah. Oh my God, I can't.
Bumba
Slot. Boomba.
I couldn't think of his name. I was like, Boomba. His whole crew was there. It was cool. It was really fun to watch. I mean, it was neat. It was a good ending and obviously very powerful.
It was good.
And then I immediately was thinking of you. I texted Duzzy and I was like, I prayed a little fleshy peas watching this, and of course, good to hear you were watching your hero.
I was.
That's awesome. We didn't have, let's see, Bubba's Picks 316 and I had a pretty decent night the other night.
Oh my God, you guys fucking started out great on the Panda Bear. Like that was crazy to watch. That was awesome.
Yeah. I thought the whole night was going pretty good for you guys. I mean, you weren't hitting major ones, but I mean, it was keeping you guys in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The machines were playing, right?
I that's what I like the most is when obviously you like the big.
I love it when you guys play a link game and like it works out and we get to sit there and play it for a while, like we did with the one in Vegas that one night where we just fucking sat there for like almost 2 fucking hours.
Right. Those are my favorite, where you just kind of get bonuses every 5, 10, 15 minutes and they pay just enough to get you back to where you were and you just kind of ladder back and forth. Mm-hmm. But that Panda one, I had never seen a game pay like that as much as often.
Yeah. I mean, you're usually like when you stream that one, I mean, you're on that thing for like 15 minutes.
Yeah. I think we went 30 minutes and then we ended the live. Bubba ended his live and then went back to it. And I went to Genghis to try to catch that major a little bit, and Bubba just kept bonusing again and again and again and again on it.
You guys were talking about your high limit. Your high limit room sounds pretty good now. Like you got fun games in there. Like you said, there's like a Mo Mummy sitting in there, and like you got some of the more modern games, but high limit versions. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's they've changed it quite a bit. I was a little sad because they took the double diamond, triple double diamond out.
Like that
was that was my favorite game they took out, but. I don't know. It was fun though. So hopefully we can do that again soon.
That was so good. I mean, yeah, he sounded like he was having a blast, and man.
It was fantastic to have Bubba back. He's been busy. He's like I said on the live. He's been, his family's been sick. His girls have been sick. His dad, his mom's been sick. He's just been busy working, a couple jobs.
Yeah, and he transitions right into Christmas lights here, probably right around now.
Yeah, I think he's already started a few of them. So he's a busy boy.
I heard a rumor he's going to Vegas though. So.
Yeah, hopefully he makes it.
I hope that works
in Vegas
out.
the 4th through the 7th. So I hope he makes it.
I'd love to make it,
fantastic.
but yeah, I'm saving for next year because I want at least 3 next year, maybe 4.
Yeah,
but yeah.
I just hope he remembers to pack his Merce. That was the highlight.
He for sure will have his Merce. He always has his Merce.
Don't forget the Merce, Bubba.
Don't. Speaking of Merce, I have misplaced my wallet. It was not in my Merce. I think it may have fallen out at the casino. I'm going to check, but I haven't had it since Sunday.
What?
I know, and I'm real hesitant to cancel my cards and stuff. So if you find it, they're still active. Go for it.
Oh yeah, I gotta get me a trip to Kansas. I'm gonna go down to that casino and find it. Right by the Dr. Pepper or Diet Pepsi machine. Sorry.
That's probably right where it's at. It's either next to the Panda. I'm gonna ask security tonight if they happen to found my wallet and my William fold.
No funny business on the activity though.
No,
Okay,
nothing.
That's good.
I remember using it at a gas station to getting something, filling my wife's tank up with gas, and then nothing since Sunday.
That's good. That's always good when.
Well, it's not good because I had a whole bunch of gift cards in there for.
No. It's always good when you don't see suspicious activity
Oh.
when you haven't had your wallet for like 3 days.
Yeah. Guess what I did, Russ Factor?
What'd you do?
I invented I always have those they're just about as big as credit cards because I used to have a Costanza wallet that I'd carry around, and like my chiropractor goes, you need to get rid of that. That's hurting your back. And I go,
Yeah.
My wallet's hurting my back?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, apparently it was.
Mm-hmm.
So I have one that's just credit card. So I had my Tesla key in there. So I had to order a Tesla key. It came today. My wallet comes tomorrow. And I invented a deal where I can clip on an AirTag. No more lost wallet for this guy.
There you go. How long does an AirTag last?
I was just gonna ask that. Did you see me? I said, "Ha."
Yeah.
How long? How do they work? Do you charge them? What?
I have no clue. You don't know anything about AirTags? You're in that fucking ecosystem. I figured you knew it all.
No, I've never had one.
How long?
You know?
How long? Let's find out. Fleshy P, do you know?
I have no clue. No clue.
Fleshy P's a Android fella.
Apple AirTags typically last for about a year under normal conditions.
Okay.
Okay.
That's all right.
The battery life can depend on how often you use it. Take care of it. If you find my app frequently to locate the battery will drain faster.
Do you have to charge it?
Can you charge an AirTag?
I thought they have like a watch battery or something.
Can you charge an AirTag? No, you cannot charge an AirTag, but you can replace the battery. So yeah, it's probably got a little Oyster battery in it.
Yeah, a little watch battery.
Ah, I learned something new tonight.
Yeah, there you go, Russ Factor. So this time next year, around Thanksgiving, I'll be having to replace my AirTag. But so what it does is it clips into this little some bitch. I said, dang, I wish I had an AirTag on this. I got my wife like one of those things, like a tile, I think is what they're called. Very similar.
Off-brand
But they
AirTag, Temu.
No, it's not. It's their own brand. They are a leading lose your shit finder.
That's a good business to be in, though. Like
Not Apple.
especially if you can create a form factor that can like get in a lot of shit, like a wallet or
Yeah.
your keys. That's easy. You just fucking have like a key ring thing.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is I am anti-key. I don't like to key. I just don't like keys because, like I say, I just have my car can be unlocked with my phone and or a credit card situation.
Yeah.
And I've moved past keys, Russ Factor.
You can always unlock it with like a brick or a crowbar too.
Yeah, I can do that.
Can't turn it on with that, but
I did. I had something happened the other day. It would have been Tuesday. I had to. I left my phone in my car. I ran back inside to my office, and all my doors were locked. And I panicked, and I was like, "What am I going to do? How am I going to get out of this situation? This has never happened before." And I didn't have my phone. So who am I going to call? I couldn't call Ghostbusters, Russ Factor. And on top of that, it was pouring down rain.
what did you do?
I just sat and waited for like 5 minutes, and then it opened right back up.
I would have sat there and cried and said,
But for only 5 minutes.
where's Elon?
Elon, open my car, please. It's raining. I'm cold and I'm stuck.
I think that it's interesting. I think that speaking of Elon, he was the savior and now they want to kick him out of the country.
Who?
Who?
Who wants to kick him out of the company?
People that aren't
Not the majority of the majority of people don't want to kick him out.
not the
58% want to keep him in.
Yeah. And the other thing that was interesting was the podcast. That
I had
Trumpster went
secondhand
on.
embarrassment for Elon, though, when Trump was talking about him.
About the rocket.
No, yeah, and then like he's a super genius, and we've got to protect our super geniuses. We don't have many of them, and I was like, oh, God, I wouldn't want to be talked about like that's cringy to me.
Yeah. He probably liked it, but
He probably did.
The guy is
Yeah.
like MacGyver. You give him a calculator and a toothpick, he'll build you a car.
car, rocket. Did you see that little rocket that came down and it
It
just
was like,
got it? It went,
and I was on the phone, and I was like, hold on a minute.
he was there 45 minutes.
I was on the phone with the president of Taiwan.
Elon, only Elon can do that.
China? No. Russia? No.
Anyone in America besides Elon?
No.
Elon.
Yeah, he had, when he went on with Rogan, they had, I just looked today, I think it was 46 million views on that podcast. That
Yeah.
is absolutely bonkers.
Insane
bonkers.
The other big cringe part of that speech is who Dana White shouted out. That was a "what is this world we live in" moment for me.
I thought, I mean, he shouted the Nelk Boys out. but the
Fucking Aiden
funniest-
Ross.
Aiden Ross. I thought it was really weird. When I was hearing him scream, I wanted to run through a wall. I'd run through a wall for Dana White. I mean, I was all fired up. I was like, yeah, Dana. Yeah, Dana. Yeah, Dana. And then he goes, Aiden Ross. I was like, wait, what?
You lost me for a second here.
Wait, the Nelk Boys? What?
He's just shouting out kick streamers at this point.
Yeah, he was like, it was like Dana White, Theo Vaughn.
Theo Vaughn, the Nelk Boys, Aiden Ross, and someone else. Just kick
Yeah, I think-
streamers.
Aiden Ross is not the goodest person on the world.
No.
He was in. I think it wasn't. Didn't he go on? Didn't Trump go on a show with Aiden Ross and he gave him like a Rolex
He gave him
and
a Rolex
Tesla
and a
truck,
Tesla.
Cybertruck?
Yeah.
It was interesting. Who was the other? There was one other one, not Fauci. Who else did he? Dana White shouted somebody else out. I can't remember who it was. I stopped when he said Aiden Ross. I was like, come on, man. Come on. And then the other surprise that was on the dais up there was Bryson DeChambeau, the golfer. What a U.S. Open. Guy can really hit a golf ball. He can crush it far. I thought that whole thing was just interesting. But see, we're going to get to see that for 4 years.
Yeah.
Boys.
Yeah.
And you can just make knuckle babies. You can leave those chicks at home. We're going to get to see a lot of memes. You do it for the memes, boys. Oh, God.
Boy, how tall is his son? 6'9"?
Gargantuan. He's a big boy. But he's a big boy.
He is 6 foot. Holy shit.
And he's
6'9".
How old is he?
He's got to be 18 because he voted.
Yeah.
18. Yeah.
It's probably
Barron.
Barron.
My son, Barron.
I mean, he might. I mean, a guy that grows like that, he might be one of them ones that's because they say you can grow until like technically you're like 22. It's not very common, but I mean, if he's grown that much, I'd be crazy if he breaks 7 feet. He's giant.
He is. He's a big boy. He's the biggest, tallest kid I've ever made. I did see, speaking of giants in the music industry, I saw Quincy Jones passed away.
Oh yeah,
He did. Was he 92? I think.
Yeah,
Kind of
90,
sad.
90,
91. Yep.
91.
91. Yeah.
Who was he most famous for? Michael Jackson. Who else?
Frank.
Who else? Russ Factor.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra.
Will Smith. Will Smith work with him? Will Smith didn't have to cuss in his records. Did you know that, Russ Factor?
Well, then later he did. That new record that he had recently, he cussed in it. And everyone said, I guess after everything that happened to Will Smith, he does have to cuss in his raps to sell records.
Poor Will.
Yeah.
Poor Will.
Because real him came out one night, and everyone that knew him personally that had beef with him was like, no, that's how he is.
That is odd. I mean, he walked up on stage and slapped another actor.
Yeah.
That's odd.
It's very
right?
odd.
And I mean, nothing happened to him.
Well, he can't come back to the circle jerk anymore.
He's banned from the Oscars for 10 years.
Yeah, he got kicked out of the circle jerk, but that's about all that happened.
I mean, as far as, Chris Rock had to be like, what the was that?
Yeah.
He said he had summertime ringing in his ears. He said he had to go home and watch Emancipation so he can watch Will Smith get his ass whooped.
Looking back at things, that is like an odd thing that happened. I mean, never in my life. I mean, what a time to be alive. See? It's things like that are going to happen more.
Yeah.
Or not. Maybe they won't.
Oh, I know they are. I just don't know how. My level of excitement.
The only sad.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. And he just okay. Ooh, chill, Will.
I think that
you know what got me? He was having a bad day.
Name out your fucking mouth. Name out your fucking mouth.
I mean, that was so odd. Yeah. What? I mean, did you? I think I might have been. I don't know if I was watching it live.
No, but I saw it within 5 minutes of it happening. I was on Twitter that night, and within 5 minutes, like that show was still going, and I saw it. Like that's how quickly it was. Like, what the fuck is going on?
That was crazy.
And then
he won an Oscar after.
Rob Schneider was basically one of the ones who was like, you know,
can do it.
He was like, I was on the committee that basically had to make the call that he's out. He can't come back. And he also said, I know Will, and that's his true colors. He's that. Like, if you know him, if you've worked with him, that's the version that they say. Like if you want to be anything in the industry, you don't talk about this.
I just think the whole thing was just like made up because Chris Rock would have like swung on him. I thought.
No, I don't think so.
You don't?
No,
I don't know.
No, I think Chris Rock is a little bit more thankful for where he's at in life.
I think so too. And you could, I don't know. Of course, I wasn't there, but just watching it, you can tell he was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, I mean, he's talked about it in interviews. Like he goes, "You can see it on my face." He goes, "I'm like, is this a fucking dream? What the fuck just happened?" Like
in shock.
In shock, absolute shock, and the fact that nobody was. And his thing that he talked about in one of his very first times that we actually spoke up and talked, because it took him a while. He was like, one of his big things was like nobody came to help him. Nobody came to his aid. He had to sit there, take it, and the show must go on, kind of a thing.
And Will Smith even laughed at the joke.
Yeah.
He laughed at the joke, and then he must have sat there for a minute and thought about it and went,
well,
a
lot of people said he looked over at his husband, and See what I did there? and
Jack Smith.
and saw what she was thinking, and probably, he'd already been going through it at that point, man. Like, I mean, think about what whatever it is about him. Remember when she fucking made him sit down on his show, on her show,
She was probably
and
she was
talk
probably
about
razzing
how
the shit out of him
and talk about how
in the
she was
limo
like
all the
fucking
way
her
there.
kids' friends and stuff.
What were you saying, Fleshy?
Oh, he was probably just or she was probably just on him all day, and then bitching
And
at him
he-
in the limo.
And he laughed
And
at
he's
that
like-
joke. He giggled and looked over at her.
Yeah.
And she was like,
He's like, "Oh, I better do something quick. Sorry, Chris. Sorry, Chris, but I can't take it anymore."
I mean, it's wild. I don't know.
Crazy.
What a world we live in.
insane. It's crazy.
I mean, not to harp on people crying on the internet, but if Trump didn't win, we wouldn't have gotten to see Jimmy Kimmel cry again on the
right.
internet.
No way.
That was priceless.
Yeah.
No
Jimmy
way.
Kimmel, the biggest hypocrite on TV today.
A grown ass
That guy
man.
was the host of the Man Show, and he's on there bitching how Donald Trump is this and that and this and that and against women and blah blah blah. Jimmy, we all seen the Man Show.
Yeah, we have. We all saw when you dressed up as Karl Malone too, Jimmy. Wow. Yeah, he was crying. Grown ass man. Crying.
Grown ass man
That's
crying in
crazy.
front of America.
On the ABC.
America.
On the ABC.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I don't know. Like I said,
We
it's
live in
all
a
gonna be
crazy
okay.
world.
But it's all going to be okay.
Yeah.
It is.
We've already lived through 4 years of Trump.
Yeah.
I mean, did anybody notice a difference then?
I'm curious. Was it that bad?
No.
Was it that bad?
No.
Was it that bad when Biden was here? No.
No.
I mean, maybe for some.
Specific things, but like grand
Maybe,
scheme.
maybe for some living in those apartments that the Haitians were taking over, but other than that, it was all right. I think. They're eating the dogs and the cats.
And the cats. Yeah.
Lock up your cats.
I mean, some might think it was horrible during Biden. Some may think it was horrible with Trump, but we're here.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's the problem, I think.
We'll be in both
is-
places again over
I
the
don't
course
think,
of our
have
lives.
we ever
too.
seen it this bad since, like, back in the days of the communists and all that you were afraid to tell your neighbor who you were going to vote for? That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's still
Fighting against-
there's still a lot of that. Like,
I'm right, you're wrong, and you're not allowed to have an opinion.
yeah.
That was, oh man, I don't think we've ever seen anything like it. Not in our lifetimes.
I think 1992, a fellow by the name of Rodney King said it the goodest. Can't we all just
Can't
get
we
along?
all just get along? God bless his soul.
R.I.P. Rodney King.
Yeah.
That was
Rodney King.
that
I
was-
remember those days.
God dang, I do too, man. I remember I was in high school, and I'd come home and I'd turn on every night, and I would just sit there and watch. I mean, what a time to just be glued
Wow,
to the TV.
yeah.
You just come
So-
home, and then you just see those Korean guys up on top of the liquor stores with their AKs. Just,
Oh yeah.
I mean, could
Those
you?
LA riots were crazy.
I mean, it was America. And they could the cops and fires. I mean, it was wild. And then just two short years in LA, we got to see OJ. We got to see the juice.
I remember when
Juice
the
was
juice
loose.
was on the loose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's America.
What's next? I mean, we don't know.
I don't know. What
It's
do
gonna be anything. It could be tomorrow,
you-
the next day, next week.
What is next? What do you think is next?
Well, the
What's your
Menendez
prediction?
brothers are getting out soon, right?
How I don't understand how.
Yeah, because you like still see them, and like I've seen some recent like footage of them, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
think they're
you
here?
sure you want to look at that dude? Like,
You sure you
Yeah.
want to let this guy out of prison? I think that I haven't even really read much. I've just scanned articles or scanned things, and it had something to do with they proved, or the judge initially wouldn't let in abuse from their father, and that was the reason they killed him.
Yeah, and that's kind of where we're at on that. Is that there was new evidence provided that was like, well, they did what they had to, but no one thought about this back then.
What about the mom? What'd she do?
The mom was just as bad, just as guilty of witnessing the abuse and not saying anything.
Yeah,
Right.
Maybe.
I think that's the legal standpoint there.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
think that's
We
what
weren't as in touch with that kind of thing at that time. I don't believe
No, I
that
don't
we
either.
are with it now.
I don't necessarily. I mean, I think that I don't know. I think that it's different than if they. I mean, it was their own parents. I think it'd be different if there was another victim other than their parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't help themselves either. They went on a wild rampage, spending the money like crazy.
Yeah, got
Lyle was trying to invest in I think it was a restaurant or something. Just spend, and so they didn't help themselves.
No, not at all. That's the
But
thing.
I don't know how I can't put myself in their shoes. How would I react? I don't know. It's
Yeah, I think that they were buying Rolexes and a Mercedes and courtside seats at the Lakers.
Yeah. It just seems like
Milli Vanilli concert tickets.
And Milli Vanilli concert tickets.
I'm in no
Blame it on the rain.
I'm in no mental state to have ever done anything in that life, and I cannot relate at all. But had I done something like that, I think I would have maybe tried to keep a very, very low profile in terms of not doing those things that they did after the fact.
How old were they when they did that? Were they like 16
Thought,
and 18?
17 and 19, something like that.
Because they're in their 50s now, mid 50s.
Yeah, they were 21 and 18 when they went to jail.
When they went to jail? Okay, so they were probably a little bit younger than
Yeah.
that. Then
Yeah.
it probably had to be 16.
Yeah, because it was 80? Because it took them. It took
90?
Wow.
90 maybe?
89.
89?
1989, yeah.
Yeah, and then.
So do you guys feel that they've spent their time?
96 is when
They should be let loose?
What's that, Fleshy?
I don't know.
Do you guys feel they should be let loose? They've done their time?
I mean, they were sentenced to life.
I think prison for those two was probably the best thing that happened. They graduated. They've actually done well in prison.
Yeah. I don't know. You go in there that long, though, and it's like, the real world's a very different place. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
At the same time, I'm thinking,
legitimately culture shock.
They did all these things in prison, but what else were they going to do anyways? It's like the same old story that I went to prison and I found God.
Yeah.
Well, that's all they give you to read is the
Well,
Bible.
and what do we have here is basically what would have happened if they didn't and the money ran out. Like, after doing whatever things, I mean, I don't know. I feel like there was a lot going on inside their brains that probably wasn't going to be conducive to being like, okay, the money ran out. Now let's be upstanding citizens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's right and what's wrong. I mean, they killed two people. Have they done their time? I don't know. What's enough time?
Yeah.
Like I say, if there was another victim, like a girl that had a family or whatever, I guess their grandparents are obviously no longer here. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Prisons are meant to reform, Not
Yeah, and you
saying
just-
that they should let everybody out, but
Yeah, and I'm not for any of that.
I don't
So,
hear a
I
lot
mean,
of
life-
success stories in that. And with severe crimes, like I don't hear a lot of success stories that like.
Because
No.
people don't get out. There has to be a punishment for what they did.
Right.
An ultimate crime, and what that is I mean, I don't know. What is that?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what they're arguing with that Idaho the guy that took care of all those sorority people. What should be his punishment? Death? That Kratz, what's his name? Brian.
Do they got that up there? Is that an option?
Brian. Well, that's what they were arguing all day today is how they're going to do it. He could potentially, they don't have like lethal injection. They have a firing squad.
What the fuck?
What?
For real. I was watching it. I was watching it live on TV.
They still do that?
Like how? Like I couldn't, I mean, I couldn't be a part. Like think if you were on the other side of that and you were like that, you were the one doing that. Like that would fuck me up.
I always heard a rumor that only one gun has a bullet. The others are blanks. I don't know how true that is.
I remember hearing that growing up. I don't know. That might have been something we heard.
And nobody knows who actually had the loaded bullet.
Yeah, but what if that guy misses?
Yeah.
You're a terrible Harry. You're a terrible shot.
Shoot him again, Harry.
Shoot him.
You had the bullet, Harry.
So you think that I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a god.
Yeah.
Or whoever you believe in. But I think if it was like I don't know. I don't think the prisons, there has to be an ultimate punishment so people don't run rampant and do dumb shit like that.
Yeah.
Or if you don't have that ultimate punishment, people will run awry.
I agree. I think the prison system is one system that can't get soft.
Right.
Because if we do it for one, we're more inclined to start doing it for the other.
Well, that's exactly kind of what happens is when there is certain cases made and certain case laws made that we are in a situation where you do have to go back and look at other situations.
Right, but if there's
sometimes that's in bulk.
If there's going to be differences in if that evidence was not let in or they forgot about it or they were losing the case and that was the story that they made up. I mean, dead men tell no tales. Did anybody else know about it? Like I say, I don't know about what the case was, but if they were improperly sentenced and they were in fact abused, I don't think they should be in prison for life.
Yeah.
But there's other ways of going about ending abuse.
There is.
Yeah.
There's
maybe.
There's many a lot of options.
I don't know. I've never been in that situation.
Me neither. All we can do is suggest and really talk about it. But to have the answer, I don't think any of us do.
Yeah.
Have the real answer, but
I ain't got it. I ain't got the answer. Don't.
It's not in me.
And then speaking of prison, I saw Diddy's birthday meal was tofu. Wonder how he's enjoying that.
Diddy.
I've never liked Diddy ever since Notorious B.I.G. was taken out.
I mean, never liked him at all.
I think he done did it because I think he killed that Tupac guy, and I think he done did that to Biggie.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know what else is going on. Rest Factor, Fleshy P. What else is going on?
Been playing a lot of Call of Duty. That's about it. New one came out.
How is that?
It's a lot of fun. It's tough, but
you were saying it's kind of harkens back to the old days. It's actually a decent game.
Yeah. But that means everyone's on it, so there's a lot of a lot of rough lobbies, man. Because I mean, there's more people on this one than we've had in the last fucking 5 years. So
really,
yeah.
Did everybody just quit the battle?
Slowly started falling off since 2019, man. Warzone original, Modern Warfare 2019 just started falling off. It came out with Cold War, Vanguard, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and now we're back. And I mean it's popping. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. I've been leveling, getting prestiging and getting camos for my guns.
I saw that Doc was playing with Bobby Poff and then Vis.
Yeah, because he needs new friends.
Well, he does. He needs new friends after nobody stood by him.
Yep. It would be weird to
Use
see
old-
where those guys were. I mean, Vis. I mean, I understand why Vis kept quiet, but like, I don't know.
Fist didn't really keep quiet. He was pretty vocal. He said, just let it all play out.
Yeah, but I mean, who watches Vis anymore? He has like 240 views.
Right.
He fell off. I don't know why. I always liked him. He was nice. He was good, wholesome, but not like, cheesy, family friendly. But I don't know why he never popped off and took off, man. Vis has always been a neat dude. I thought he was full of positivity. He's totally changed. When I first watched him, he was like a regular looking dude, and now he's like this fucking chiseled Chad looking motherfucker.
I had some. Did you have a good Halloween, Rest Factor? I want to hear about your Halloween.
Yeah. We had a lot of kids come around, about 200. The big costume this year was a little slot master costume.
It was the most popular costume.
Yeah, it was.
Flew off shelves.
No, it was good, man. We hung out. A few less kids this year, but it was over 200, and we sat out there, had old movies playing on a projector, on a screen by us, and handing out little bags of candy or Takis to the kids.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah. It was-
Fleshy P, what'd you guys do for Halloween? Anything fun? Did the old lady make you anything good?
No.
No.
Oh, does he? She's sure gonna get it after this
Yeah. I'm
podcast.
gonna have to give
We
her
didn't
the old
even
1-2.
We didn't even get our token 2 kids this year. It was actually a little sad.
So what do you buy? Like a tiny bag of candy and then hope you give it all away?
No, since it was only these
Stop
2
by the
token
Quick Trip
kids,
and pick up 5 candy bars and go.
we spoil the shit out of them. We fill them up. In reality, they just had to come here and they would have loaded up. But
Yeah.
so we just kind of sat here, watched scary movies, and
What'd you watch?
chocolate face going on. I tried watching The Exorcist 3.
But
That
instead-
from the 90s movie, the
Yeah.
90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
No.
But then you just watched home movies, and those were scary enough, huh?
From that private collection.
All right.
Pull out the gold tape.
I think I'm going to head to the casino, boys.
Yeah.
So I may be
Yes.
doing a little live show here.
We were going to talk about
momentarily.
that quick. We're getting
Yeah.
a double whammy tonight.
Yeah, you are getting a double whammy.
What are you figuring, about an hour?
Yeah, maybe. What time is it? No, probably an hour and a half, I would guess.
There you go.
Maybe,
Hour and a half, all right.
maybe 9-ish my time.
And what's on the casino agenda tonight? What games are you thinking?
Well, everybody has a plan until they get smacked in the face, Fleshy P. So I am going to, I don't know. Well, maybe hit that panda.
There you go.
There we go.
I'll maybe start out over there. Start out on that panda,
Yeah,
see
we'll
how it's
start out.
feeling. Maybe in there too.
Yeah, maybe do a little circle.
Start on that
Full
panda.
circle. Yeah.
Full circle. All right. Next week, we will be back in action on Wednesday. Russ Factor was celebrating, and Fleshy P had a
When are you
day
here?
at work. Huh?
When are you here?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay.
It's been 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
18th-ish.
So we are here, 18th-ish.
Yeah, so I'm there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Oh, cool. Well, hopefully Tuesday or Wednesday we can
Tuesday we can.
Tuesday?
Wednesday I'm
Yeah.
chock full.
come by
Plan on that
and get
Tuesday.
me, and we'll head right down the street from me and head down to Wild Horse Pass.
I don't know if I'll have a car, so I'll figure out what we can do, Russ
We'll
Factor.
get you.
Get you a whip.
Get you.
All right, Fleshy P, thank you. Russ Factor, thank you. I'm going to be heading to the... Ooh, I didn't even mean to hit that.
Gravy.
We'll be heading to the casino in about an hour and a half. So check us out. Make sure to watch all our videos. Follow Russ Factor. He broadcasts live every Friday on Twitch.
Tomorrow night.
.tv. And Fleshy P, you'll see him. Actually, Fleshy P, you don't comment much. He's just a silent watcher.
I'm a silent watcher.
I like those. I like those. Very powerful.
He put you.
I
on
throw
the,
my
he put
little
you on the
comments out once in a while.
He puts
Yeah.
he puts you on the TV, takes his pants off, and enjoys himself.
Gets the old beach towel out and some baby oil. All right, we'll see you next week. Thank you so much, Adios.
Where's your outro music? This is totally different.
Oh, wait. Hold on a second. I do need some outro music. Here we go. Right here. There we go. See, now, coming up, top of the hour. It's 84 degrees and cloudy. Traffic and weather together. We've got
Bing bong.
27 degrees Celsius in Canada. It's Fleshy P coming at you with another hit. We are gonna see ya next week.
Goodbye now.
Bye. Bye.
Adios.